Malaysia and one from Singapore. Yeah, and today no lady. Yeah, so we are easy to talk. This is handsome talking in this afternoon. Uh, yeah, it's already four session regarding leader talk within this 2026 and left one more category next month about operation. So basically, most of the innovation we need technology. So it could be interesting discussion regarding this because we'll cover all the innovation and uh, one speaker from BPO. So we'll be uh, more perspective about this, and another is from solution, technology solution, yeah, vendor, yeah. So hopefully will be exchange idea between us. If you have question for them, please prepare. So I will give you a chance to ask the question to both of them. So let me start to introduce them and give them opportunity to introduce no ladies, so no ladies first, yeah. So you can choose who want to go. I think better to go with Chiu, yeah. Go ahead.
Okay, hi. Very good afternoon, everyone. I'm Chu. I usually introduce myself not by title, but what I spend most of my time doing. I turn contact centers pain point into practical operation solutions. At Day 3, my work sits in the intersection between customer experience, operations, AI, automation, and governance. So my belief in technology, it has to bring something very meaningful and improve the daily reality of customers, agents, supervisors, and the business. So today, I'll be sharing some of the very practical lens, not just from what technology can do, but what it must deliver. So like better experience, stronger operations, measurable impact, and sustainable execution. Thank you.
Thank you,
Right.
Chiu. And before I pass to Chong, anyway, congratulations with the appointment of your new position. I think, yeah, become chief of EI. If I don't wrong about that.
It's a new spin-off from Day 3 Business Services. So I'm now um, sits in Day 3 AI Labs, so focusing more on technology, all the R&D in AI. So it's a new portfolio running the CEO right now, and of course balancing the profit and loss. So this is something. It's a new exciting challenge for me. So
Yes,
it's
yes.
so it's interesting. Thanks. Thank
New position and new challenge. Yeah, of course. Before you focus in technology only, but now you need to focus in revenue and.
you. Correct.
Okay. Welcome. Yeah. And next, I pass to Chong. Go ahead.
Right. Thanks, Mandy. So good afternoon, everyone. So my name is Chong. So I'm from Easygo. I run the CX business for Easygo in the region. So it was my honors to attend the leadership talk today, right? So around the technology innovations. So over the last few years, we have seen contact center evolve from being the cost center and then focus on very much on the cost, on the interactions, but now very much on the strategic customer engagement hub. And today, so like what Chu has just shared, so we have AI, we have automations, we have Innovating, and then we are going to the cloud native platform. And all these are the simply improvement efficiency that they are fundamental, changing how the organizations build the customer relationship, right? So from my perspective, after I actually run this business across the region, so and implement the CX business technology, I I should say that the success is determined not on the technology itself, but how effective it becomes to embed the people, the process, and also the business outcome. So this is actually how we should position ourselves in the next few years, right? Thank you.
Thank you, Chong, for introduction. Easygo is become a new company, yeah, and a very fast growing company within this Asia Pacific. Congratulations.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Okay, um, let's start with discussion. I have some question here regarding, but let's start with the technology innovation itself. So, what is your perspective regarding technology innovation, especially in contact center industry? Chu, go ahead.
I think, in my view, I think that modern contact center today is shifting. I think we move from channel-based operations to intelligence-led operation today. So traditionally, we manage voice, email, chat, WhatsApp, social media. When we talk about back office as well, so cases are separate queues. So today, we look into channels. They have their own SLA reporting. So the core architecture of the modern contact center today, must move towards a few key layers. So number one, we talk about omni-channel orchestration. Then we talk about AI assistance. We talk about workflow automation. Then we also talk about real-time operational visibility. So at day three, basically, we execute innovation by embedding all this into our daily operations, not by treating it as an ID project. So it's not. So we involved all our stakeholders like contact center operations, QA, WFM, training, compliance, client governance, and of course, most importantly, is our frontline agents. So a very good example that we have done is we develop our own CRM system. And it's not just a CRM per se, it's more of a for us to look into how we can, avoid a third-party investment or cost for technology. Because number one, if we own that technology, for us, we are able to, be more agile, and then we are able to change a lot of things within our own means. So today's technology, when we talk about modern contact center, is we have to look into how we can piece the experience of the customer to the technology, but not using the technology to determine how the experience of the customer. So in my principle, it's quite simple. Do not deploy innovation as a separate layer. So everything has to be embedded into how the people work today. So if the agent has to open multiple systems, copy data, or remember another process, adoption, so all this innovation, has to appear naturally without the work, with the workflow, and adoption must be part of the job. So this is something that I look at it.
Okay, I see. So I like the statement. Is it become enabler technology?
Yes.
Okay, so in this term, so you mentioned about innovation technologies become enabler for the process, yeah. So
Correct.
people can walk through, yeah, helping the process more easy, yeah, and so on. Okay, uh, I pass to Chong. So what is your perspective regarding technology
Yeah,
innovation?
I truly agree with what Chu mentioned just now, right? So especially when we say the contact center is no longer just look at the interactions, but it's more towards the customer journey, right? So say, for example, today customer can come from any of the channels. It can come from chat, it can come from email, it can come from voice. So the fundamental thing is when all this being escalated or all this being chained together, so the customer don't expect you to let them repeat by themselves who they are, so on and so forth. So, and also the secondly, when the AI comes into the picture, so right, so like so when the generative AI was introduced a few years ago, so a lot of the executive initially view AI as a cost reduction tools, right? Especially how they invest into the technology to replace human agent, right? So that was the initial plan, right? So, but today we can see that it's more on the balanced approach. We say balanced approach, meaning to say there's no longer talking about the successful deployment are not there to replace the human, but making the agents do it better. So one of the typical example today, when we have the technology being included into the contact center or modern contact center you are saying, right? Say, for example, we have an AI agent assist. What does that help? Or is it going to use, are we going to use the tools to actually replace the human? Definitely not. It's going to help you to transcribe the conversation, suggest the response, recommend the knowledge articles for you, highlight if let's say there's any compliance lists, and also remind you if let's say there's an emotions come from you or come from the agents that need to be escalated, remind you if you are talking too fast, too much, or too slow, right? So, and the last but not least, and remind you that you need to take a break, right? So all these are the evidence of where when we have the new technology innovation come into the picture, it's not a replacement, but it's actually improvement for the customer. So for organization. So the fact today that we are looking at for the future is the future contact center agent is not competing with the AI, right? The future agent is competing with another agent that has the AI. Right, so this is the message that I think will be strong enough for us to look at the perspective of the innovation, right? Thanks.
Thank you, Chong. I think both of you are already talking regarding enabler improvement process. So it seems that the process become the key of this one. But of course, when you mentioned regarding that human, it seems that human need to improve their own capability uh, to enhance the what is the features of the technology. What do you think, Chiu?
I think when we talk about technology and human, I think one thing that we need to be very clear is if you want to, look into automating or infusing AI today in our contact center, I think one of the greatest thing that we have to really look into is how ready is the human factor is going to adopt AI. I think one of the questions they always ask, okay, AI is coming, it's going to replace my job. I think momentarily the company or the organization is, requiring me during this transition period. So once they start learning from me and, everything upload into the AI model or whatever kind of things that, they can whether do an AI framework knowledge base or whether going to put a lot of things, processes in prompt. So these are things that they become like, should I give or should I not give? If I give, then I lose my job faster. So, this kind of behavior when we talk about humans is about survival. So survival instinct comes into play. So it's quite critical where change management needs to come in place, and then also to give them the direction to say, hey, we are not here to replace you, but basically to give the opportunity for you to do a more high value task or high kind of work where you can create a better experience to a customer with AI, giving you the assistance or the enabler you to be, all the insights and what you can actually cross-sell, upsell better to the customers. So I think this is one of the greatest, I think in terms of the human factor, whether the adoption rate and whether we position it, we have to really position it in a very right manner, because the misinterpretation, especially from our agent level, they would think that yes, company want to cut costs, and they just require us for now. So there will be a lot of tug of war, I call it. So they want to give or don't want to give. So this is my point of view.
So we need to check readiness for them, yeah.
Yeah.
It's not only the top level readiness to adopt the technology, but we need to make sure that the people readiness to with the changes, yeah.
Correct.
Okay, thank you, Chiu. So what is Chong? You want to add on regarding
Yeah,
that?
so from that angle, I think the very important point is the message from the management to the employee,
Yes.
right? So if the management came in to say that, looks, I put in this new technology because I want to save the cost for the company. That's not incorrect. That's correct, right? But that indirectly telling me is a trait for an employee, right? So, but can we actually put it into another way to tell, like, say, for example, if with this technology, it's actually help you to reduce your time of handling all these chaos, all these unnecessary pressure from the customer to you, because the AI is never ready to help you to give you whatever that is in front of you. So that kind of communications will make the situation better than just telling you that I want to save cost. Right. So that is a very important message that I can see, especially especially when it comes to technology investment, right?
Yeah. So another when we implement the technology, it seems that we need to add one more step to uh,
Yes.
I mean that to make sure that people will be ready to accept the technology, not only learning how to use it, but they need to
Yep.
accept for the whether they are what is not reluctant regarding the innovation of the technology. Okay. Um, I have question here. Of course, yeah, when we use technology, there is an impact. So, do you think that beside the saving the cost, of course, so what do you think we need to measure the impact of the technology innovation? Chiu?
I think if you want to talk about the impact, I think the first thing that um, we don't want to make it as a hype, because today everyone can say, yeah, they implemented AI and all that. I think one of the key factors that we always see when people talk about implementation of AI is, okay, they implement it, but the question is, how do you govern it? How do you implement in a very responsible manner? So I think when we first started implementing AI, we didn't actually look into like going to agent assist, or we go implemented the chatbot, or maybe a voice bot. So I think the focus right now is how basically we can prevent the agents, or even uh, the employee that actually handles the customer from sending a disparaging remark to the customer. So we started with that because that approach helped us, because we don't have to go through a very strict governance, because it's a prevention. So like today, if our agent say, okay, this is a TTT customer, so basically the message doesn't go out. So it will get blocked, and then it will notify the supervisor that, let's say, Agent Chu has sent this disparaging remark to customer Mr. Chong. Then basically we will take it internally. So we started as this as our first journey. Then as we start to observe AI, so it took us some time to really implement it. It's not because we don't want to, it's because we want to understand how safe AI is going to handle our data. So today, right, we talk about open AI, we talk about DeepSeek. Then we got a lot of question: a China technology, a US technology, which one will steal our data? And how are we going to do the data residency? Because we also handle certain financial customers, so they do not want their data to leave Malaysia. It has to be processed in Malaysia, and then if you use model like OpenAI or DeepSeek, it has to travel out. So that we have to sit back and think, okay, if you want to start processing internally, then of course you have to invest in the hardware. So then our KPI then now change to become how much token are you using per month? And if we own the infrastructure, how much electricity are you paying per month? Because AI is basically, when you buy the hardware, right? The next thing we know is that it's like turning a few air cons on 24/7. So the electricity has just go all the way up. So these are some of the journey that we have. So it's kind of a very interesting, because how we implement, and basically how we use it, and then how we basically KPI ourselves. So you talk about token usage, you talk about electricity now. It's nothing to do with AHT, nothing to do with FCR. So it's a total ball game altogether. Of course, the fundamental, when we talk about customer satisfaction, that is still there. that is something that we have to make sure that the technology does actually bring a better experience.
I see. Sometimes AI measured by the accuracy of the what is response of the tools. So what is your this is become an impact as well. Uh, we make sure that the response from the technology itself is will be more accurate and yeah, I think what is your opinion regarding that, Chiu?
I think in terms of today, right, when we talk about transcription, let's say we talk about transcription. So if we talk about using Bahasa Malaysia in Malaysia, we talk it. A lot of models are designed more for Indonesia. Models are designed for Indonesia. And then when we also want to learn about using real-time transcription so that the AI can give the text and then it goes to a large language model to provide those what kind of things that you need to talk to customers and all that. So that is one part. So today we have been using several models, and we only noticed that the accuracy is about maybe 75% to 80%. We're also looking into some local companies in Malaysia that they are also looking into Bahasa Malaysia. So it's still there. It's still there. So we have to live with some imperfection for now. Secondly is coming back to knowledge base, Bandi. So knowledge base today, right? A lot of organizations, they just felt that, okay, I have 10 years of documents.
Yeah.
And I'm going to upload into AI, and I'm magically is going to expect the AI to perform very well.
I see.
Okay? But this failed. Why? Because we take all this article, right? If we train our agent, even our agent also confused. Especially there are overlapping policies.
Yeah.
Okay. So if our agent as human is also facing this kind of, we call it confusion over the policy of the article.
Hallucination.
Hallucination, correct.
Hallucination.
I won't use the term on the human, it's more confusion. So, but when we move all this article and magically expect AI to function, that's where the AI have hallucination.
Yeah.
So this is a time when we notice when we help our client to upload their knowledge base. So this is a learning that we found out that the articles written in a human form may not be compatible with the AI. Okay. So have to spend a different process to rewrite the whole document for the AI to understand. Then that's where the AI is able to contribute back to the agent assist to make sure that the agent is able to provide the information accurately. So these are some of the learnings, key learnings, especially we talk about transcription. Then we expect AI to magically take our analog document and magically say, okay, this is the correct answer. No, it doesn't work. It totally fails big time. Yeah.
Okay. It seems that we need to give a comment to AI. Give me a magic.
Okay. It doesn't work. It will tell you very confidently. It will tell you very confidently it is wrong, but it will tell you very confidently this is the answer.
Okay. Yeah. Chong, you want to add on regarding the impact?
Just to echo to what Shu has mentioned, right? So a lot of customers say, hey, so today I want AI. I want to do Gen AI because Gen AI has been there for forever. So, but say for example, organization, just take a bank as an example. I have a core banking system, I have a CRM system, loan system, credit card system, CRM, knowledge base. I have my data everywhere, even my web portal with FAQ, right? So definitely AI cannot provide you the intelligent answer. So the accuracy is not about the language. The accuracy is about the data, right? So because the data is fragmented, right? So there's no single source that we are talking about. So then what is necessary? So like the redesign, so at least you need to have a single source of truth, right? So say for example, a customer data platform with the API that is going to be integrated, right? It's not So when you come to, especially when we try to do this AI project, then customers say, I have a web portal FAQ, just go and crawl from there, right? So, but this doesn't work, right? So, and then the very important point is the data governance. So, which is the right data and what data that you want to show to the customer and not internal or internal, not external. So, this is the significance way that we need to find that how we can actually I'll say change the entire process from just a FAQ bot, a sophisticated one, into something that's useful. So the quality of the AI is directly proportional of the quality that is working behind it. So that is the point. So it's not the accuracy of the language. So everyone can talk Bahasa, everyone can talk Tagalog, can talk Thai, but it doesn't matter if you deliver a long message, then it will be a challenge.
See, so you mentioned regarding the implementation, this one. So you need to have in the client, yeah, in client side, they need to understand their own data before passing to the system integrator. Otherwise, they don't know how to use it, the data itself.
Because the AI is just another agent that you hire.
Yeah.
You hire an agent, you train them with all this sophisticated data along your organization. It doesn't work. Like what Chu said, it doesn't work. You need to design so that whether it's a human agent or whether it's an AI agent, it is the same.
Okay.
Just the AI agent will be faster, but it doesn't matter because the data is inaccurate.
Yeah, there is no magic.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Yeah. Before I pass back to Chu, I want to ask Chong regarding actually uh, around technology innovation. Can you mention two or three technology that actually become innovate in contact center?
Okay. So I do not want to come from the pure technology as a technology. Of course, today AI come into the picture, so everything can be done. But I want to come from the angles of outcome. What outcome do you want to achieve?
Yes.
If the outcome is about, say, for example, I take one example where we start to talk about I want to do AI. When we say we want to do an AI, so the company, this happened like a few years back, right? So I want to start with AI journey. So the easiest way for you to do what is that? An AI chatbot. I put it into my web portal. So, but a lot of times this is a failure because the containment rate is low, and then you see that a lot of customers still call to the agent despite you having the technology ready. So, and of course, that will become a white elephant because no one is going to use. Right? So no matter how good is the technology, the only thing is the change of mindset is very important. 30% on the technology investment, 70% on the change of the process to adapt into the new technology. So say for example, if we want to have a success on the chatbot, so first thing, what is the outcome that you're trying to achieve? Right? So if the outcome is about I want to take away 30% or maybe X number of percent of the call from reaching out to the agent, okay, so that's your outcome, right? With that outcome, so what do you want to do? Okay, I want to make sure that the customer will assess and use this first thing. But in order for us to assess and use this from the customer perspective, you need to make sure that the data is accurate. Again, it's the same. Come back to the same answer, right? The data is accurate, so if I can route the customer to use this, so I achieve 30% of the call from going to the human agent. So that is the outcome they want to achieve.
I see. So why I ask you regarding that, because sometimes we only talking AI, but actually AI itself can be embedded into the CRM. AI can be embedded into workforce management, and or because when we talk about the AI, most of the time we talk regarding knowledge management. Yeah. But of course, AI can be implemented into automation for the CRM, automation for the workforce management, or automation for any kind of what we want to do. Okay, back to Chiu. So you want to highlight about what is technology actually uh, that most innovated recently, yeah.
I think one innovation that we put into place today is we we built a layer, an AI layer, orchestration layer on top of the telephony system.
Yeah.
All right. And also basically we also built the same layer with our um, human,
CRM.
no, not CRM, our HR system, HR system. So reason why we are doing this is because we are using the AI to replace the role of real-time analysts. So the AI, what it does basically is it actually monitors the queue and service level. And the AI is agentic enough to go to the telephony system to change the skill set. Okay, so what it does is it will calculate in real time, near real time, which service level for which line of business that I can sacrifice and still meet by the end of the day, and to save the service level of the line of business that I'm having trouble today. Okay, so to do this, there is also another caveat to it. I must now know which agent can cross-skill. So with this information, we built into this AI level, layer. So it helps me to monitor even whether if a call to the telephony system never happened in 5 minutes, in a 5 minutes interval, it will flag to operation and say, hey, please make a call now. Are you facing any telephony downtime or not? So these are things that we built into the AI layer, basically to put more intelligence into our operation, how it runs today. Because monitoring a dashboard, it's thing of the past. We don't need human anymore. So we use AI, it becomes more efficient, faster, and we can put certain business rules into the AI to say, hey, if I face this, I got to do something like. But by the time the RTA basically highlight, hey, operations, can you please change this skill set? And that service level is totally over already. That the whole thing is totally over. So we have to be very proactive. So the whole thing we change from a reactive way of work to proactive. And then the new thing that we, because of this introduction, we have already merged the real-time analyst role back to the team leader because they are accountable for the people that they are taking care of. So this is something that we have just done recently, like 2 months
Okay.
back. Yeah.
Wow, that's a surprise regarding that. It seems that the management don't need to dashboard anymore.
No. So they still have a dashboard, but that dashboard is basically to tell them to validate. To
I see.
validate what I'm telling you, this is happening, you validate. It's
I see.
not a dashboard to tell you, okay, it's 85% or 90% or 20%.
Yeah,
It,
yeah,
it's a dashboard that you have to validate because everything that the AI flag, you
yeah.
have to click acknowledge. Means someone on the floor must acknowledge it, that it
I
is
see.
correct or wrong.
I see.
So then we will take this back as part of learning so that we can actually train back the AI rather than it gives a false
Yeah,
alert. So at least we can fix it and then it start learning. So this is something quite new that we did, and it's agnostic. You can actually do it in any telephony system. So we developed this layer as a new solution that we are productizing and go to market.
I see. So it seems that the human factor in here, they need to more advanced in terms of that. Do they need capability in the programming, or this is just what is pictures?
Basically, this you do not need any human in it. So you just need the human to read the dashboard. And every time when it flags out, it's a normal English Bahasa Malaysia. You just hear no calls come in for the last 5 minutes.
Okay.
Make a phone call to your telephony right now. So you make, and then you're done. Okay, issue is the thing is working. Click yes. So you acknowledge yes. Then for that alert, you will say, okay, it's false alarm.
I see.
Yes.
So we can put into our watch, yeah.
We have not gone to that level yet, Andy, but I think it's something that a very good idea. We will put that as part of the feature.
Put to watch. So every time we just touch it here.
Yeah. So we basically do it on desktop right now because it's a huge dashboard where it tracks daily service level, weekly service level, monthly service level, quarterly service level, especially when we need to report back to regulatory government agency in terms of service level. So today that doesn't give them the excuse of failing the quarterly service level. They have the visibility on how basically you're going to play the catch-up game. So in the event that I got a outage that causes my service level to plunge, right? Then no choice, they have to calculate based on the volume and also the people to make sure that they're hitting 95% or 98% for the next couple of weeks to bring up the service level back to maybe let's say 80% or 85%.
Okay, thank you. Wow, surprise regarding that. So, Chong, you want to highlight innovation?
Yeah, so the like I mean, so whatever we have mentioned just now, so from my end, okay, so it's always the customer facing, but internally, like say for example, I just take one example from outbound, right? So the most of the questions coming from the outbound is actually like, what is the right time or right party contact that I can achieve the most, right? So in the past, we can't do much, right? So we can say, oh, wow, I have a fantastic outbound dialer, can do whatever magic to get the things done that connected. So, but if we can have another layer on top, say for example, to achieve like first thing first, from the list that I want to go out. So what is my success rate from either corrections or marketing that I can achieve, right? So get AI to do this layer for us. Secondly, the right time to call the right party. Say, for example, out of these 10,000 of the call list, so analyze for me when is the right time that I need to put on more agents in order for me to call. Say, for example, 4 to 6 o'clock is actually the right time for me to call this group agent of 5,000. So I put in the right source, right resource for me to call out. So this layer doesn't contribute a lot of effort because AI can actually help you from the historical data, right? So, but it creates an impact, right? Because if I can actually put on the right resources over there and make sure that I can actually get the conversion rate of 30% or even 40%, so that's actually a success factor we can actually look at, and it's a small innovations that we are looking into.
I see. And I heard that some of the technology itself can give also feedback regarding the outbound activities.
Yeah.
So become the another way how to approach the customer.
Correct. So it will be, I mean, so of course, in the past, we say we want to compare the conversation between the successor as the one who successfully doing the conversion versus the one who have a low conversion rate, right? So then we do the analytics and then get the speech analytics to help us to compare, oh yeah, you speak this and you do that. So today, the fact is we have so many calls that we need to monitor. So can we actually use the AI to actually do this to find out for us what is the key success wording or way for us to do upsell or cross-sell or even collections. So that is actually something that can actually be done with the with just AI's innovations, just a small one that will do.
Yeah. We already talked about how to AI enabler our process.
Yeah.
Of course, Chong, you want because you are a system integrator most of the time. So do you find any challenges when implementing technology in for your client?
Yeah, so most of the time when we look at this, especially when it comes to the gaps of the execution, right? So the questions will be like, I still remember when I joined the best contact centers as a judges last year, right? So of Indonesia, right? So when it comes to some of them, they say that, hey, I have AI ready, I have all this ready, but the only challenge from that is when you ask did these changes improve in terms of customer success, improvement, productivity? So no one can answer this because the point is we put in AI for the sake of putting in AI, right? So there's no right measurement for us to go in, especially when we talk about whether after I put in the AI, does it actually contribute to lower down my effort from the agent as well as from the customer perspective. So take one example, how do I measure the success whether um, 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 what call that, the customer actually achieve it, right? So first thing, how easy was it to resolve my issue after the technology being implemented? So it doesn't reduce and it's actually added to it. So it is not the right technology that we are invested, and yet the human agents will be still very busy in doing the firefighting. So this is one of the contributor to why we cannot get a very good successful implementations from the technology perspective, right? So that actually come to an example that I have lately, right? So the customer effort, right? So I try to call a bank. I want to do a card fee waiver. So then I call in. Wow, it's a very fantastic IVR, multi-layer, talk, we speak Bahasa, so on and so forth. So, but come to a small portion where we talk about card fee waiver option. There's no such option. So, and there is also no option for me to talk to agent because very obvious that the bank is trying to do a modernizations in terms of the IVR, right? So the basically trying to promote the self-service rather than to go to the agent. So yes, it's a very successful because it's a beautiful project. The only thing is it doesn't solve the problem of the customer because the customer need to put in more effort in order for them to actually solve the problem. So you can see innovations doesn't solve the problem, so it is an empty talk.
I like the statement regarding that. So because some people when implementing technology, they busy to plan, but not after the implementation, what they want to do with the technology itself, how to continuous improvement. Is it correct, Chong?
Yeah, so a lot of times the challenge is we have the technology, we implement the technology, but in the same times what we forget to actually include is actually the human factor or
I
the
see.
person of the or human when human factor include come into the picture, it can come from the customer perspective, it can come from the internal perspective. What I mentioned to you just now is actually the external factor, but internally. So if I'm going to look at this, whether there's any gaps for me to look into, especially if, when I'm trying to put in a new technology. So the very important or the things over here is the pinpoint that we need to achieve or we need to resolve, right? So like say for example, a very good example, like so today, why I need to put in an AI to internal. So and if I the come to the same questions that we have just now, like so I put in the AI to replace human, wrong. And when I do this, so as an employee, what will I think is, yes, first thing, are you going to replace me? Secondly, will the performance target increase because I have a new tools? Or am I being monitored whether I use or don't use the tool? So all this is actually the general gaps that we need to articulate, and we need to get the right message to the agents so to fix it out. So again, 30% of the technology investment, 70% is the mindset and also the behavior.
I see. Thank you. You want to add regarding this?
I think coming back is about implementation. So Pandi, is it okay if I share you a screen of how the dashboard that I mentioned just now? So at least you guys have a sneak peek of what we have at our
Okay,
organization. Yeah.
go ahead. Yeah, I think you can share, I think.
Yeah. So I just want to I send a request to share. So at
Yes.
least
Please,
everyone sharing is not turned on.
wait, share setting. I think the admin please help to allow you to share.
Yeah, I think while waiting for the admin, I think coming back to your question, Bandi, um, I think the challenges today are like rightfully what Chong has mentioned. It's about the people, whether they're ready. The process is very important because
Yeah,
sometimes the process, right, it's may not be so called, I call it as no longer compatible.
I see.
They have to do a bit of change to it, especially with the modernization, and also we are talking about new technologies coming into place. Sometimes it may not be just only technology. They also must overhaul the process due to the customers' trend change, how they like to be served and all that. So I
I
think
see.
that is one of the things I totally agree with Chong. I'm still waiting for admin to allow me.
Uh, yeah, I don't. Okay,
So maybe we can come back later on.
okay.
Later on.
You can share now, I think.
I can share now.
Yeah.
So okay, I can share now. So can you see my screen?
Oh, wait, still blank. Okay, now it's ready.
So if you see right on the top there, all the green bars, right, are all the service level. So this is something that we built on the AI layer built on top of the telephony system. Then on this side, you see ops alert. We have the AI running every 5 minutes. So either we can analyze now or we can pause and all that. So I pause it now. So to show you that the AI, the ops alert to say that high inactivity detected means there's no call coming in, or maybe it's a low volume. So
I
this
see.
that's basically to highlight the operation. Secondly, is high hold time observed. So some of the agents are having a lot of high hold time. Then we talk about behavior risk. So here the behavior risk is like, no, this agent has no activity for some time, for almost like 2 hours. So did they
I
actually
see.
click on the wrong ops, or maybe they put on a a non-productive ops? So they can click on it to see whether the last 7 days what was their behavior like, or
I
even
see.
30 days. So with this, right, we already allow the team leader to basically have all this information pre-prepared by the AI upfront, and then we can see what are their performance if we want to look through, especially for those we have concern on, like good performers, like star performers. If I click, what are they doing? So we're able to download those files, and then the AI basically will compile everything and show it on screen. So it's very fast, and then we don't have to wait until the issue happens. Here also you can see the flag. Why are these high hold inactivity? So some of these flags basically for us to look into the agent. Are they performing correctly? Especially we talk about agent having short call. The customer say, hello, are you there? Or I would like to have this issue, but the agent dropped the call. But for us to pick this up, right, we have to basically go through, or maybe during quality monitoring, right? So here, basically, we already have detected that if, let's say, the call is short, then you will flag out all these agents, basically, like, especially today is my last day. Everything also, I end call, end call, end call. So this is something that, we put in place to make sure that, we picked up all this behavior. So then at least it protects the brand that we are serving. So it's like today we are serving our customer. So at least this kind of behavior, we can prevent escalation. Maybe like a customer is a VIP customer or any customer, they write to the CEO of our client, and then
Yeah,
everything waterfall. So as you can see, this interface here is actually an AI layer looking into our telephony system, the productivity of the agent, and all the reporting is done on the dashboard itself.
I see. And this built by your own
Yes, this is
company.
built. So this is only one stick bit. If you see on the top here, there's so many functions.
I see.
All these
Thank you.
are actually AI function. Thanks. So I'm going to stop sharing.
Thank you for sharing.
Thank you.
Yeah, a good point regarding that. If I may give opportunity to participant to ask question. So if any one of you have question to both of this handsome guy, please let me know.
Three,
Right? And
two,
yeah.
three.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, it seems that no question, yeah, from the floor. Yeah. Okay, let me continue the question. We already talked about the execution gap. Maybe we want to talk a little bit about what is the ethic behind technology implementation. So, Chong, you want to start first?
Yeah. So we are in APAC, right? So APAC is not like Europe. Europe, we have GDPR to guard through every single countries of GDPR, right? With GDPR, right? So we cannot treat APAC as a single entity today, right? So that's the fact. So the consumer expectations on the legal framework around like data sharing is very drastically different, right? So in Singapore and Malaysia, you have PDPA. In Indonesia, so the legal involvement on this landscape is actually changes. Philippines, Australia. So every one of these is actually totally different, right? So if I look at it, right, it's actually very much depends on the country that we are serving. Right, some customer they demand deeply personalized experience. I don't want to repeat myself, but with the condition that I do not want you to know so much about me from my history.
Yeah.
It's the same ask, but from the two different angles. Right. So I'll show you one example. Like last week, I actually presented to one of the telco in Malaysia. Like that has already used the AI for the outbound telemarketing. Right. So their customer know that this is actually outbound, and it's actually handled by the AI with the voice bot, speak bahasa, speak with a very good and have doing the sales pitch, right? So and the customer actually convinced that they want to buy the product. So when come to the very last step, when the AI asks, can you share me your personal information such as your name, your phone number, or your ID? So immediately, most of the time, customer will put down the call. So that proves that the fact today is the challenge over in this region is it's not about the technology maturity. It's about how much you trust in terms of the technology, the trust maturity. So that actually do a very much different, right? So when I want to implement something, but the customer somehow doesn't accept this, even no matter how good it is, it doesn't really play any role. So what my view is, so let's focus on the AI orchestration immediately on the context. Say, for example, let AI to do the sales pitch. But when come to personal data where the customer is not comfortable, get the human to do it, right? And mask out all the data. Say, for example, if I need the AI to help me to do a job, but make sure that I actually follow the local authorities in terms of I don't want to share my PII, I don't want to share my phone number and all this. So get all this masking before it even reach to the crowd, right? So that is actually something that we need to make sure. So the most powerful AI strategy is not the customer that is going to admire, but it's actually the one customer. If that customer trusts you, trust the technology, this is the winner.
Okay. Do you think that quality assurance become the risk management for this
Definitely.
condition?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, today a lot of questions will come to us as come to me, especially like how you can assure that the AI doesn't give a false answer. Even I mean, sometimes it might not be the technology that's a problem. It's the data that is not accurate, but it doesn't matter, right? So, how ready is the governance, and how do you make sure that we can actually QA the AI answer, right? So a lot of times we say, can I actually use the AI to actually take care of another AI to make sure that it doesn't go wrong? So, but there's no definite answer. Depends on the countries that we are looking into. Yeah. So we can actually, so that's why I'm saying, don't go too deep into grabbing the historical data, but looking at the context that we are going through, get the suggestions, get the suggested content. If the customer is not comfortable, go back to human. So at least that actually help you to reduce some of the cost from going to.
Within Asia Pacific, based on your experience, which country is quite challenging regarding that?
Indonesia.
Indonesia. Yeah.
Right. So, yeah, you're right. So to a certain extent, so Indonesia, of course, not that the rest of the country are better. It's just that the data residency and all this being one of the challenge, especially on Malaysia. Of course, I agree with you. So for Malaysia, some of the government and also the bank, so they are still talking about the data residency. So which is the right approach. Then we need the AI governance to be there to make sure that everything is in the right place. Right. So one should go against, like say, for example, the AI goes something wrong. So then everyone will get into the lawsuit or whatever. It doesn't make sense.
For the country like Cambodia, Vietnam, because they're so what is it challenging as well?
They have some I would say there's no clear rules to say no, but
I see.
in the same time there's no clear rule to say yes.
I see.
Yeah, so it's just that so we just do not want to cross the border. So just do something that to make sure we actually get the data to be on the country, then we don't go out from that. So and also if let's say it's just the FAQ bot, there's no issue, right? So everyone is happy, so we can actually use the generative AI to do it. So that's how it works.
Okay, thank you. Chu, back to you regarding ethics.
I think when we talk about ethics, I think I think Chong has covered a huge chunk of it, especially in the data residency compliance. I think what basically I look into is another few factors. Something like what is the purpose of limitation, means like we use the customer data only for purpose required. Like, similarly, what Chong has mentioned is like when it comes to when the bot has done upselling or maybe do the marketing, then maybe that process of the data, it goes to it. So secondly is we talk about data minimization. So data minimization means that the AI doesn't need all the customer information. So for many use case, we can mass exclude the fields. Okay, coming to this topic, right? You mentioned earlier about the AI quality monitoring. Okay, so let me put two elements inside this quality monitoring, because we also develop our own AIQM, and these two elements that we always get stuck. Number one, did the agent perform verification? Okay.
Verification, okay.
In order for the AI to determine whether the agent did perform verification, all the PII must be exposed.
Yes.
Right? So some client says, no, I cannot have the PII exposed to an AI. Yes. Then how can the AIQM work for this element? Right. Then we have to resort back to human. And then they say, oh, I want to run 100% transaction throughout my contact center. Then how many QA must we hire then to do the PII? So that is one of the challenge we face. Number two, we talked about just now about the knowledge base, right? Knowledge base. Now, the knowledge base is also not accurate. Then how can we run an AIQM to make sure that did the agent perform the complete and accurate information? So this is the two elements when we talk about implementing AI, especially in quality monitoring, right? These are the two most painful, I really mean painful process to make sure that the AIQM can 100% support all the transactions. But when these two doesn't work, you still have to go back to maybe a certain smaller size of sample. So I mean, this is on the ethics again. Then the last one is I want to talk about human in the loop. Okay. So the human in the loop is something that when we talk about just the two problems, whether did the agent verify and also make sure the knowledge base is correct. So these are things that we build into the AI to make sure that the confidence level of the AI, if let's say it reaches certain threshold below the threshold, right, Bandi and Chong, then it will then route to a human, because this is the most ethical thing to do to make sure that we don't allow the AI to fully perform the transaction when the confidence level is low. Yep. So the last one is we have to make sure that when we apply AI, especially looking into AI in managing human or our people that in our organization, the most important thing is the fairness and transparency. of the AI application. Like today, if a customer calls and talk to your voice bot, the voice bot must introduce itself as, "Hi, my name is Sam, your virtual assistant." Or because this actually gives the perception and also to set the expectation to the customer or even to our staff to say that, hey, this is actually managed by AI. Then of course, in every GPT that you are using today, AI may still make mistake. So that is a small disclaimer right there. So if we were to like disclose this upfront, then yes, I think the acceptance for an error in AI will be, it's more receptive.
Yep.
I see. So this is about ethic, yeah. So we need to be transparent regarding that, because AI may wrong, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Chong, you want to add something?
Yeah, I
No?
think, yeah, agree lah. So I
Yeah.
think the especially on the AI agent perspective, so the questions around like, I mean, I came across a customer asking like, can I actually ask the AI to actually check against whatever that has been spoken by the agent in terms of numbers? Say for example, let's take outbound correction as example. This customer owe me $355.30. So I want the AI to check against the CRM or the backend core banking system. So this is not possible, right? So because from the ethic or from the governance perspective, you do not allow this to happen. Yet you want this KPI to be set. So that is actually something that it's either or, right? So come to this factor, the only chance for us to do this is go back to the agent. But how many agents can you have, right? So that will be the question mark. So either you get away from this from this requirement, or actually you allow the data to be shared to the AI. These are the dilemma that most of the organization has faced today.
I see. So
Yeah.
we already talked a lot of things, but it seems that human factor still become more very important. The capability of the people how to run the technology behind.
Yep.
So and then it's a half an hour. We want to talk regarding the what we want to see from the platinum winner of the technology innovation. So of course, you already talk regarding new technology that innovate in terms of the AI, in terms of the work process, in terms of the how service level managing dashboard, quality assurance. So, what do you want to see from the technology innovation from participant if you become the judges? Chong, you want to start or Chiu?
I can start first, so
Okay.
then Chiu can. So I write these questions because so I was honored to participate in ICCA last year on the PDPA as a judge in the category of contact center operations last year, right? So I witnessed a lot of good story around with the innovation where some organization come in and told us that here I have a new AI being implemented, either on a voice bot, chatbot, or even the Innovating. Right. So, however, today, as a judge, what I want to see, it's no longer about the AI that's going to differentiate yourself, but rather I should say that prove to us that the AI actually created a measurable and sustainable business value that is going to differentiate her. So questions is like, so say for example, from the business impact perspective, we implemented AI. Good. It's not a bad I would say measurement, but I would rather put more I would say effort to understand how much you have reduced into IHT, how much you increase in terms of CZ. So this is something that as a judge, I want to see, I want to hear this story, right? And secondly, so many of the organizations say that I have a brand A chatbot, brand B analytic, brand C CRM, which is very perfect solution out there. But most of the time, it's all cyber. Okay, so we do not expect that the contestant come in and tell us that I will change all this into the same brand and all this. So this is not a story that we want to hear, but rather you should say that let's look at the example like I allow customer to initiate from the WhatsApp, or which is one solution, and then I use the AI to handle the interactions, and then a complex one get the AI to handle by the agent receive the full history, and the case automatically summarized and all this. So you can look at, if you look at it, the full workflow, even it is not coming from the same solution, but you create the story, and from here, what is coming to us as a judge is you have an orchestration story that you can tell me. Great. So we appreciate this kind of answer. So that is what I think will make more sense. So in short, I should say, tell your story confidently on how the innovation have helped you and your organization to achieve some of the outcome, right? Whether intangible or tangible, it really doesn't matter. The judge like to hear your story, but not the technology that you have invested.
I see.
Right?
I like the statement, silo, yeah, because sometimes the IT manager maybe want to change for one brand because they don't want to uh, 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 because not easy to manage a lot of technology. Sorry, it's not easy to manage a lot of technology. So they think that okay, I give this technology to one brand and you can manage my own. So solve my headache.
Yes.
Yeah, something like that. But I think now a lot of technology coming, so we need to make sure that it can be integrated together with API. Yeah. Yeah, you want to add on regarding that, Chong?
Yeah, so like I said, I mean, it, it is the outcome or it is the workflow, right? Or customer journey we are talking about. So from different solutions, it doesn't really matter, right? So like what we mentioned just now, jump from one channel to another channel, as long as you can tell us this story is available from the organization. Secondly, when this technology is available, how can it solve your day-to-day problem? Right. So when, say, for example, I jump from WhatsApp to the voice call, you still recognize me as Chong. So all this is actually the outcome that will help you in terms of technology investment or technology innovations perspective. Not so much like, okay, I invest a new solution. This solution will have a WhatsApp, it will have a voice, will have a CRM. It doesn't solve the problem. You are just telling me you have invested, but you don't tell me what is the outcome that you have achieved from the investment.
I see. Thank you, Chong. Yeah, from the ICP perspective, I think Chu, you want to add regarding this one? You participate a lot for this technology innovation. And I already listened one innovation that you mentioned in day 3. Go ahead.
I think if I'm judging in this area, I think one of the most important thing is about how the organization, it's not about just buying or subscribing to technology to solve the problem. I would rather see how the organization measure the impact of how they basically use technology, especially if they develop themselves. I am more pro to organizations that they develop the solutions themselves, because that actually really shows the creativity and also the innovation coming from that organization. So I mean, coming from a BPO space like us, of course, we want to talk about how are we going to, do a very impactful measurement. Especially we talk about investment in technology, it's always about upfront payment, and then it's a total cost of ownership. So what we want to do is basically to how are we going to manage our profit margin, and then like when we get a project, right, a 3 years project, year on year the project value is the same. Let's say it's a 5 million ringgit job, but then on year our bottom line will increase because we have to pay bonuses to our staff, increment and all that. So to me, if I look into this, I would like to see the integration that what is the strong innovation. It should not sit in isolation. I agree with what Chong has mentioned. I want to see how deep this integration, like the workflow, knowledge, QA, analytics, all the operational decisions. It's a seamless integration, which is a very major differentiator for me. Secondly, is I want to look into agility and scalability. It's not like, okay, I just do this for this issue, and then after that, that's it. No, we want to see the innovation that we can adapt with volume change. We talk about product change, regulation change, customer behavior change. So a platinum entry should show this solution is not fragile. The third one is we talk about governance and sustainability. This includes data protection, audit logs, role-based access, model governance, fallback plan. What if, let's say, your technology fail? So what's the BCP plan? And also, how do you further improve the entire thing? So AI without governance today, it's not a mature Indonesian. It's just a recipe for disaster. So to me, the stronger proof point, when technology, what I call it, when technology changes operational behavior, for example, leaders make faster decision, agent handle case better, quality analyst or the QA improves the coaching, coverage. The customer basically don't have to repeat themselves, and then the effort and also the business can quantify the value. This is a very strong proof. So to really submit a platinum award, these are the key factors. And don't always submit something successful. Submit something that failed. And basically how you get back up on your feet again, even though you don't meet the outcome that you wanted, but you are able to turn the tide and say, okay, I come back from this and coming back to stabilization. And if I win this year, next year I'll come back to you and let you know what happened next. So these are things that I felt there must be, there's no, I will call it, there's no fairy tale. Everything ends in a happy story. So there must be challenges when we apply. I think, Chong, when we do system integration, always got challenge on. Sometimes it's surprises. We never factor this, it happens. But these are things that when they make their presentation of Andy and Chong, they miss this out because they scared. I share my failure. The judges cut points. But the judges really want to see how you get yourself out of this. Yes. Actually, the marks will be given. That's basically, if I'm the judge, this is how I look into things.
Yeah. They have to come up with the challenge problems that they are facing, because we understand that contact center always have a problem. If no problem, we don't need the contact center.
Yeah.
So traffic increase and satisfaction down, turnover, problem delay, and so on. It's a lot of problem within contact center.
Yeah.
So if one candidate coming with with everything is smooth, it seems that wow, magic.
Yeah, exactly. Magic.
Magic. Okay. We are at the end of the session. I don't have any question more, but if participant want to ask question, go ahead.
There's one.
Last,
There's one.
yeah. Oh, one. Ask question.
From
Go ahead. Oh, there is question. I can read the. Oh, there is some question. Oh, yeah. Go ahead, Ibu Asa. Yeah. You want to ask question or okay? I read.
I already write on
Okay.
the
What
chat
do
box.
you what do teams struggle the most when deploying AI, and how
I
long
guess
does?
already answered by Mr. Chu.
Oh,
We
okay.
have a similar problem such as a knowledge base, how to
Okay.
yeah
It's
struggle
already
a lot.
answered the question. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
Pak.
Any other question from the floor? If not, I give a chance to speaker to give a last statement and summarize. Okay, go ahead. Chong, you want to?
Okay. Thanks, Pak Andy for the session. It's fantastic today. We managed to discuss a very fantastic
Sorry if
topics.
difficult question ask you. Sorry for that.
No, I think it's a very good difficult questions that we have today, right? So I think what I want to summarize today is let's look at 5 years from now. So I don't believe the winners in the customer experience will necessarily be the one who have the most advanced technology. And there's no most advanced technology as per state, right? So there will be an organization that successfully combine multiple technologies, but then use to have the people, data, and trust into the seamless experience. So the AI automations that we mentioned just now, the cloud platform, these are the powerful enablers, right? But sustainable customer experience leadership will always be measured by the business outcome. So don't tell us how good is the technology, but tell us how you can actually use the technology in the manner that can help you to solve problem with your business outcome, employee adoptions, as well as the customer trust. So this is the very important point for me to sum up for the topics today, right? Thank you.
Thank you, Chong. Chiu?
I think thanks, Pandi, for having me today. I think to close off the remarks for today, I would like to say that contact center innovation should not be measured by how many technologies we have deployed. I think it should be measured by how much better we have served the customer, how much easier we have made the work for our people, and of course, how much faster today our leaders can act, and how much stronger the operation has become. So I'm going to leave, I think, with all the participants here with 3 tips for implementation. I think number 1, start with operation problem, not with the technology. Number 2, establish a baseline first before you claim the impact. Number 3, embed innovation in daily workflow, governance, as well as coaching, not just into the IT roadmap. So with this, right, this is the 3 things that I want to, to share with all of you today. And then I like to take this opportunity to also address the question by Haris Krishnadi. I think he posted. So I think for this question, right, one of the phrase that I would like to share out is unsuccessful AI deployments are technology led. Successful AI deployments are problem led. So this is the difference for Harish. So thank you very much, Pandi and Chong, and also participant. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Chiu. Chong. I highlight, we already discussed about the technology become enabler. Yeah, this is, and we need to integrate, yeah, with all the, what is other technology that most advantage available, but of course need to be see the impact of this. Chiu highlight a lot of thing about the governance of the technology, because it's not only the technology but how we use it in the daily operation. Here, integration, scalability, sustainability, yeah, mentioned during our discussion. I think a lot of the thing that we are discussing, but not only about the EI for knowledge management, but also we are talking regarding quality, regarding workforce management, how we use it for the dashboard, for the business decision. Yeah, a lot of things. Yeah, but one thing that need to be highlighted here, that technology innovation had to become from the problems, challenge, yeah, within the contact center itself. Thank you very much for the discussion today, and happy to have you, Chong, here, and Chiu from Day 3, Chong from EasyGo. Hopefully, I can invite you more next time for the what another session for the leader talk. Thank you very much, and thank you for all the participants. If you have time, please stay to have photo together. Can we have photo together? Okay, Steve Chu is will listen to us. Thank you. Yeah, Astari, Kevin Stopper, yeah, Christopher, Septa, yeah, very live. Sujana, hi Sujana. Thank you for joining us. Yeah, Matthew, Brain, Chada, Amirul, thank you, Sugeng, Dim, and yeah, thank you very much. take a photo and who take photo? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, go. Yeah. Yeah. Another 1, 2, 3, go. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you very much, and see you next time, next month.
Thank you,
Good
Mr. Dio.
luck.
Thank you, everyone.
Bye bye.
Thank you.
Bye bye.